welcome to today's video. So what are we going to be discussing today? This is my bullet journal essential kit. This is also my bullet journal travel kit. Everything that I need to bullet journal is in here. So it's my personal essentials. It may be slightly too much for some people who like a minimalistic bullet journal. It may be not enough for others who tend to do a lot of arty work in their bullet journal, but this is my essential kit, the things that I couldn't live without for my bullet journal. So firstly, let's talk about this case. This case is absolutely brilliant. Somebody recommended this on one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, and I had a look at it and I had to go and get one. This is from Be Unique, Be Myself, and it's actually a travel cable bag and it's supposed to fit, you know, data cables, chargers, plugs, memory cards, etc. But it fits bullet journals perfectly. So let's take a look inside. We have two sections here that you can undo. So let's go with the top one. There we go. So let's turn it around. We've got two sections inside. We've got this part and this part, and then these are perfect for pens, absolutely brilliant. And then we've got this little zip section for tools. So in here I keep my most favourite mild liner colours, the ones that I use the most often. These might switch up depending on what colour scheme I've got going on in my month, but it generally stays the same, and these are the mild liners that I love. I've also got the grey one here. But yeah, so I have to keep those. I use them for so many different things. I love them. Then we've got my Pigma Microns. Would not be without these for anything. I absolutely adore them. I draw with them, I write with them, I do layouts with them. I love Pigma Microns, cannot rate them enough. They are my favourite pens. So in here we've got sizes from 0.05, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.5 and 0.8. So I have the full 6 set of sizes in there, and I do use all sizes for different things. If I'm writing, I mainly use 0.1. Drawing, start off with 0.05, and for thicker work then I go up to the 0.8. But I love my Pigmas. I absolutely adore them. They're my favourites. Then we've got the Lamy Safari, which I've got a black ink cartridge in. I've been using this for around a week now, and I'm really enjoying it, to be honest. It's a good fountain pen. It's really good quality. I like the grip, I like the feel. I do prefer a bit more of a weightier pen, but I'm really enjoying this. Then over here we've got my favourite Tombow Brush Pen, because I'm learning brush lettering at the moment, and this is the soft. So the tip looks like this, but it writes beautifully. I use it with a Rhodia A4 pad to practice my brush lettering, and it's the best one that I've found for beginners like me. The normal Tombow brush pens, the big jewel pens, I find those a little bit awkward at the moment to write with. Just because I think it's not as easy to be able to get your thinner strokes with those as it is with this. This is fabulous for learning with, so that's my favourite for that. Then down the bottom we've got, I just keep a little ruler in there. I do love a ruler. And I've got some little blending stumps. So for anybody who hasn't seen these before, they are paper stumps which are pointed at each end. You can clean these off by sanding them on a sanding block. But anyway, these are for pencil work. So when you are using graphite pencils, you take these and you rub it across the page and you can blend in your pencil work. So these are essential for me. So I keep 3 of those in there. Then we've got that grey mild liner. Grey, I always want grey. I tend to shadow my brush letters with grey, so I have to keep that there. Then we've got a white Signo Uniball pen, and this is the smallest size that they do. I believe it's 0.7. Let's just check, see if it says on the label. No, but it is the Angelic, so you know that. But it writes really well, it's got really good pigment, and I love it. Best white pen I've found so far. Somebody else recommended that to me on Instagram as well, and it was a fabulous buy. Then I've got my Tombow Mono eraser, and this erases very fine detail work. So it's a push one like this, where it comes out at the bottom, and it's really, really good. It's a really fabulous eraser. I'm obsessed with erasers. I've got so many of them, but I do enjoy the Tough Stuff eraser as well, but this one gets even finer details, and it doesn't leave so much, what do you say? You know, when you've got the bits of eraser coming off on your page, it doesn't leave so much rubbishy bits everywhere. So I do enjoy that. Then in this little section, I've got a little pair of scissors. What else have I got? A compass and a pencil for my compass. Not going to be without my compass. A spare ink cartridge for my fountain pen. Clip, just in case I need to hold my pages back. Then I've got another 2 rubbers here. Let's get you out. It's decided to get stuck. Something sticky on the back of that. Out. Right, so the other 2 rubbers I've got in here are a Mars plastic rubber, and that's for covering big areas. And then I've also got a kneadable eraser in there, and that is from, I can't remember who that's from, but it's just a basic putty eraser. And I use that if I just want to, I pat it on my drawings, on my sketches, if I just want to make them lighter and not completely erase them. They're also really useful for erasing detail as well, because you can bend them into any shape and get them into little tight corners, etc. Then I've got just a standard pencil sharpener, and lastly in there I've got a couple of spares for my Tombow Mono eraser, so that if that runs out I can fill it back up again. Eraser mad, I told you, I love a good rubber. So let's just pop all that back in there. And it all fits really nicely, really compact. She says it did. Now my zip's not going to close. Right, I'm going to take that out and leave it aside for a minute. I had this perfect, now it's all gone messed up. Right, let's open the next layer underneath. Where is my zip gone? So, underneath we have this little section here, and in here I just keep some post-it notes, little sticky things, sort of page reminders in there. And over here I also have some other sticky notes. So I can't remember where I got this from actually. I think this is Webster's Pages. Okay, so these I can just pop in my bullet journal if I need to remember something, but I don't want to do it while I'm out. So just a little pack of sticky notes there. In this little pocket I have my favourite pencils of all time, the Mars Lumograph pencils, and I've got a set from HB to 8B here. I couldn't be without these. These are my favourite graphite pencils. I love them. And then the only other thing in here is a Pritt stick for just in case. So that's that. Now onto this side. This is the best part. So you have this deep section here, and you've got these little Velcro fasteners, which you can move about if you want to, but I keep them to keep my bullet journal in place so it doesn't move about when I'm travelling. But in here I have room for 2 books. So I have my normal bullet journal, which I do like to label just down the spine, because I have that many journals on the go. I like to know which one's which, and it's not always easy to just buy separate colours. So this is my normal bullet journal, and then at the bottom I have my notes and test and list book. So this is basically where I just jot down any ideas, pen swatches, just absolute randomness this book is, but it's essential for me. So you can fit 2 books in here, which is fabulous. You can also move these little sections about, and you can velcro them like this, so that you have, if you want to add more stuff, more pens, more bits and pieces, you could do it like that instead, and then just pop your journal on the top and close it that way. So, but I like to get both my journals in there. I'd take out 4 journals if I could, but that's really not realistic. So yeah, keep my 2 journals in, and they're in nice and snug. Pop that one back on the top. And then I just add my little Velcro bits in to stop them shifting about in the car or in my bag, whatever. And just like that. So that is my essentials. Now, whether I'm at home or whether I'm travelling, this is what I use day to day. Excuse me. And there's not much else that goes into my kit. Occasionally I might add some coloured pencils or a tiny bit of watercolour, but that would only be if I was at home and I'd already done a layout there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough of my essentials. Everything will be linked underneath in the description box below. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. And if you did enjoy this video, please do hit the like button and subscribe, and see you again. Bye.